Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Double A Entertainment. Before I begin this video, yes, I'm working on two scripts which will be made into competently made videos and not me holding my phone kinds of amateurish videos. But today I'm going to talk about something which, for any cinephile, is definitely a hot topic and has been definitely been an even hotter topic since COVID, and that is the state of movie theaters. So I actually remember going to a friend's birthday party, like after the COVID restrictions were lifted, and we kind of had a movie binge. And I discussed movie theaters, and they said movie theaters are dead. It's a thing of the past. And back then it was me being blindly competent, and but now seeing how, seeing the test of time, I definitely have some backup proving my point that movie theaters are not dead, and movie theaters will continue to exist. Now, again, I remember during the COVID epidemic, movie theaters and restaurants were shut down, and streaming services started immediately releasing films through streaming. And given I haven't been going to the movie theaters as frequently since COVID, I think I've only seen a handful of modern films, but I have been actually traveling to New York City, and I've been going to independent movie theaters such as Film Forum and the Metrograph, which are excellent movie theaters, as well as the IFC Center. Now, the IFC Center, although it does show some classic films, like I saw Lost Highway and Inland Empire there, if if you were to go to the Metrograph or Film Forum, they show a lot more classic films. And going to those films, and I've seen quite a few more obscure films. Like at Film Forum, I saw uh, Joseph Losey's The Servant and Mr. Klein, and at the Metrograph, I saw films such as Dario Argento's Suspiria, and even I saw Werner Herzog's Nosferatu and Aguirre, and even for those two, Aguirre and Nosferatu, the movie theaters were packed. So again, number one, you have that. If you're actually showing a really good film, and even when I went to go see Lost Highway, the we were packed like a bunch of sardines. But yeah, people do want to go to the movie theaters, and people are, going to the movie theaters is still a very amazing experience, and a lot of people do want to see some of their favorite films being shown again on the big screen. So, so you can argue, well, that's because people just well, that's a different kind of story. Uh, those are films that stood the test of time that a bunch of people do want to go see that know they will like. But uh, but another argument that has been made is a lot more modern films have been released straight through streaming. And it's kind of interesting because I remember seeing Mad God. I ain't gonna lie, I did one of those uh, dick moves or loopholes where I put in a fake email for Shudder so I can just watch Mad God because it looked interesting. But I ended up going to New York and seeing it with a friend of mine. And yes, the theater was packed, even though it looked like we were about to see a fucking puppet show. It was like the size of a utility closet. But that being said, a lot more modern films and Hollywood films are being released through streaming, given as of late they have been, there have been newer theater releases. But that actually brings up another positive thing I'm noticing. Again, during the when movie theaters, when we thought no one was going to be, when we thought people would stop going to theaters, I thought that the only thing that would keep butts in seats would be Marvel films. However, as we all know, Marvel entering this new phase, it's taking a nosedive. As a matter of fact, the last Marvel film I saw in theaters was the last Avengers film. Now I remember I saw all of the Avengers films, and I saw most of the Marvel films when I was in high school, because that, given I'm not a Marvel fan, but that was just me and my friends hanging out. It was like going to synagogue for Purim or Yom Kippur to listen to Kol Nidre. But yeah, seeing how Marvel kind of hit a new low, and they're they're more focusing on TV shows, and the films aren't of the best quality as they were, unfortunately, 5 years ago. But um, one thing that actually really, really opened my eyes was the latest film, Skinamarink, which I will which I will discuss a little bit in an upcoming video. But Skinamarink was shot on a budget of $15,000, and I saw it in theaters. And again, the entire theater was packed. People couldn't wait to see Skinamarink. And what's even more interesting is it. From what I read, it was leaked onto YouTube and TikTok, so people were watching this movie completely for free on TikTok and YouTube. Yet people were still rushing to the movie theaters to go see it, and it grossed it did really well in the box office. Now, early in this video, I did say I'm seeing newer films less and less, but again, just going back to Marvel, I think, and feel free to disagree, but I think that's positive. That's a positive statement on not just the state of movie theaters, but of movies. The quality of film in general. And I think right now we're entering a new 1990s, 1970s phase where independent filmmaking is going to take over the box office. Because again, not as many people are rushing over, at least to my knowledge, not many people are rushing over to the movies to see the latest, you can argue Disney and Marvel films. As a matter of fact, I don't even really watch Disney or Marvel, but to my knowledge, from what I read, the latest film, Strange World, that that took a fucking nosedive at the box office. But if you look at films like Skinamarink or even Ty West's Pearl and X, those have been dominating the box office, and I think, and not just that, but also a lot of people are taking to Twitter and calling out uh they're ready to call out crap when they see crap, such as with the new Velma show. People want to see decent quality films, and they're not going to just go see whatever major multi-billion-dollar studios are putting out. And I think more and more people do want to see original ideas from original and creative directors. So, yeah, I definitely think, again, in a worst case scenario, uh, we might go through a bit of a limbo, but I definitely think, but for starters, I know for a fact movie theaters will not be a thing of the past, and I know more and more people, number one, do want to see amazing films, and again, right now, more and more people are, at least from what I'm seeing, are getting tired of these multi-billion-dollar Hollywood films, and they want to see more original and creative films. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.